Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you again to the first day of August 2029, and also we welcome you to the LACC head office, wherein our chairperson will be speaking on the major activity in here today concerning assets declaration, those who are in compliance with the asset declaration. And also we will also be hearing those who are not in compliance of this. So before we go further, we'd like to move on to her as you watch her make this remarkable day. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Good morning to all Liberians. Let me first and foremost apologize for the late coming on late, as we have already stated that we'll come in at 11, but we were experiencing some technical difficulties. And so without any further ado, we will now just go into the press conference. I want to thank everyone for being here today. As you all know, I'm Councillor Alexandra, so I am the Executive Chairperson of the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. This press conference today is to provide the public with updates on the Asset Declaration Regulation that was published on May 2nd, 2024, which set July 31st, 2024 as the deadline for all public officials, appointed public officials, employees of government, as at January 2024 to declare their assets and in keeping with law, their assets and income in keeping with law. So some will ask for what is the purpose and objective of this entire asset declaration process or asset declaration regime. So I would say the primary purpose of the asset declaration exercise is to ensure that public officials comply with the National Code of Conduct and the LACC regulation regarding declaration of assets and liability as well as income. This exercise is crucial in preventing and detecting illicit enrichment, conflict of interest, and other forms of corruption. So during the exercise, what we went through was calling on public officials, employees of government, in keeping with Section 10.1 of the National Code of Conduct, to declare their assets. And the exercise has revealed that as per our regulation, we were able to identify 1,900 employees, including public officials and regular employees of government, who, as per our regulation, are required to declare their assets and liabilities and incomes. And we hereby report that out of the 1,900 employees, only 26.5% of this number, including public officials who are appointed by the president and employees of government, participated in this exercise. And I'm going to just break it down because people will ask, what does this 26.5% constitute? But more besides, in addition to asset declaration, the LACC, in fulfillment of the rule of law pillar of the government of Liberia's arrest agenda, also provided copies of integrity pledge to public officials in keeping with the code of conduct. So meaning, as you come to declare your assets, you were given copies of integrity pledge to also sign during the exercise. What LACC also did, we did a lot of public awareness. We went on radios, we used our social media platform, and we took upon ourselves to write over 100 institutions, which includes ministries, commissions, agencies. We wrote the heads of these agencies, ministries, and commissions, and we gave them a package, and that package included the form, asset declaration form. It also included the integrity pledge. It included the regulation that we are referring to, and it included the step-by-step directions for declaring your assets. So I'll just go into key findings. So for key findings, there are 3 branches of government. I will begin with the legislative branch. So in the legislative branch, in the House of Representatives, out of 73 elected representatives, only 26 representatives were compliant, demonstrating their commitment to rule of law, while 47 were non-compliant. Additionally, we identified 56 administrative staff that were required to declare their assets. Those include controllers, procurement officers, directors, who were required to declare their assets. 56 from the House of Representatives, and only 1 staff, administrative staff from the House of Representatives, to declare their assets. Still in the legislative branch, we move to the Senate, and we say all of the total number of 30 senators that were elected, only 12 senators declared their assets and liability and income to the LACC, demonstrating their commitment to the rule of law, while 18 were non-compliant. We also identified 44 administrative staff that are required to declare their assets, and all of the 44 administrative staff, no administrative staff from the House of the Senate declared their assets with the LACC. This now brings us to the executive branch. In the executive branch, we were able to identify 1,281 officials who were appointed and who are required to declare their assets. And out of this number, only 322 officials fully comply, demonstrating their commitment to the rule of law. 959 are non-compliant. Additionally, we also received a full asset declaration from employees within the executive, even though they were not appointed, but like I said, employees in certain areas, controllers, procurement persons are required to declare. And out of this number, 84 persons declare their assets. So we have 406 public officials did not declare. Sorry, the total number, I'm going to repeat that. The total number for the executive branch of government is 406 out of 1,281. This now brings us to the judiciary branch. In the judiciary branch of government, we were able to identify 333 persons who are required to declare their assets. Out of this number, only 28 officials were compliant, including 28 includes 7 judges and 21 administrative staff. This leaves us with 305 officials that are non-compliant. I would like to, in this public manner, state that there are other members or the other employees of government that our research have not identified yet, but we are in the process of working with the relevant ministries, agencies to get listings of their staff This is something that we have been doing, but it has been slow. The record has been slow in coming. And so we will work with them in the next few weeks to request this listing and match them against what we have here. If your name is not on this listing, you are not compliant, because we have been, since May 1st, we have been making the necessary awareness. So I would like to use this opportunity to just express my thanks and appreciation to all public officials and employees of government who were compliant. We want to say thank you. You guys are the true hero of Liberia. So somebody will ask, what is the impact and the significance of this asset declaration exercise? We say asset declaration is a vital tool in our fight against corruption. It enhances public trust in our institutions by holding public officials accountable and ensuring that they lead by example. Transparency in asset declaration also acts as a deterrent to corrupt practices and promotes a culture of integrity. It also discourages conflict of interest. So the next course of actions, now that we have concluded the asset declaration exercise, the next course of action is to do follow up on this entire process. Over the next few days, which is today, my team and I will be working. I'm going to work with them. We are going to be working between now to tomorrow, so that hopefully by next week, early next week, we will come up with publication for compliant and non-compliant officials. We will publish it in newspapers, we'll publish it on our websites, and we'll also have copies for interested media institutions. And what we'll also do next is to recommend to the relevant authorities to enforce sanctions against the non-compliant officials and employees of government. Somebody will ask, what are some of those sanctions? Our regulation stated withholding of salaries, suspension until you comply. These are just the minimum sanctions given the weight of the non-compliance. What do we intend to do next? The exercise does not stop here, because the president will continue to appoint people, and it's not because he did not meet the deadline for this asset declaration exercise. You are still going to, the LACC is still open to accept asset declaration. It's just that you will be declared non-compliant come next week, and when you come, we'll put you on your own list, and eventually we will publish the list of the non-compliant officials who are coming in now to declare their status. So we will also encourage public awareness. We'll launch public awareness, because this is something that will not stop here today. Our education and prevention department will continue the public awareness. We engage officials of government, we engage employees of government. The LACC is always open to engaging the public. In closing, like I said, I want to thank all public officials who participated in this exercise. You guys have demonstrated your commitment to transparency and accountability and respect for the rule of law. I also want to extend my gratitude to my able team here, headed by Patricia and her able lieutenants. I want to say thank you. We all are working for Mama Liberia. I want to say thank you for your hard work and your support during these exercises. Together, we are all making significant strides in our mission to build a corruption-free Liberia. It may not be totally free, but we must take the first step, and then we will experience lesser and lesser form of corruption in our society. Let us continue to work collectively to uphold the principle of integrity. Again, I want to say to the media, you guys have been our partner. We continue to work with you guys. You guys are the ones who feed us. Because if we don't get the information from you guys, we will not be able to go there and look for the violation. We want to say thank you. Again, thank you. Because I said this conference is just strictly restricted to asset declaration, We'll take 5 questions, and I urge that it's just around asset declaration for now. I will take question from.
Okay, so thank you. My name is Phil Cooper and I write for the Inquirer newspaper. So first, 2 concerns. I listened to the number you just announced about those that are in compliance and those that are not. I'm a little bit concerned because the last time you addressed the press before coming out of this, that number seems to be like the same number that you announced. And I want you to clarify whether the recent number was increased or it remained as same as compared to the previous one you announced before setting up the date. I mean the deadline. And then lastly from my end, it's the issue of those that are in non-compliance with your regulation in terms of their access declaration. Many people out there referring to the LACC as a two-fledged bulldog, especially given the fact that the power that has been given to the LACC in making sure that this commission buttress the government effort in the fight against corruption. Now that majority of the government officials cutting across 3 branches of government are yet to declare their assets in line with the law. And then you just say in the coming days you will come up with punitive measures that include sanction, withholding of salary and suspension. Many feel that that's the measure is somehow left. I mean, it's a left way to ensure that people comply. Are there any other measures aside from that that will prevail upon government officials? I mean, immediate action now that they need, the deadline have expired.
I will just answer the questions, as they are asked, so that I don't forget. So to address your first question about the numbers speaks for themselves. I mentioned the numbers. This is the number that we achieved during the exercise. I also mentioned the percentage of the 100% that we identified that are supposed to declare. Only 26.5 of that number declared. So you know that number is not significant. So the number did not significantly increase.
So follow up that is the same that you, because it was the same from the 6% last time to be corrected that you announced before this deadline. So meaning nobody came in after your previous announcement.
I did not announce 26% in my previous announcement. I said about 400 persons declared. So this is the number that we are giving to the public. You talk about the sanctions. Like I said, there are sanctions and we are working within the confines of the law. The asset declaration sanctions are in the code of conduct. They are listed there. Violation of the code of conduct. It comes with dismissals. It comes with the holding of salary. It comes with demotion. And I said we will recommend the relevant sanctions. I said for now we will recommend withholding of salaries. We will recommend suspension until you comply. So these are sanctions. The relevant authorities, in their own wisdom, depending on your refusal to comply, you can even be dismissed. So those are sanctions that are there. They are applicable. We are not in the business of trying to remove anybody from their job, but we want compliance. The message is compliance. So yeah. I will take the next question.
So, Madam, thank you. My name is Jutono Kori, and I represent Prime FM here. The LACC is an anti-graft institution. GSC has released a lot of other reports, and the government has begun acting on those reports, arresting past officials of government. How do you see this as an anti-graft institution?
You told I was specific. I said this conference is specifically for our just concluded asset declaration exercise. We'll have time to discuss other report and what steps the LACC are taking. I don't want us to be diverted. Today is about asset declaration. Let's take to the asset declaration.
Okay, so with this now, the deadline has expired. The deadline has expired, and you still got the doors open for public officials to come in. 26.5% of 100 how can you create that? Is it that they have downplayed and their responsibility to comply with the LACC?
I will speak for them. As the head of the LACC, my job is to ensure that we provide the opportunity to public officials to come and declare their answer for what, in keeping with law, as is required of public officials. I won't say or give reasons why people are not compliant, but I will just say that the number is not encouraging, and so we will just use this opportunity. Like I said, this exercise has expired, and so our listing, if you did not declare, will declare you as non-compliant. But it doesn't mean we are closing the door for your declaration. You are still required to come and declare. We'll take your form, we'll put you on another list, and eventually we'll release your status.
Yes. Well, my name is Cooper Sangai and I report for Chief FM. Madam Chairperson, in one of your press conferences, as means of promoting transparency and accountability, you mandated all past officials of government, more specifically. How far is that process, and what have been measures taken against those who didn't comply? Thank you.
As we speak, we are, for the executive officials, we are currently working, my team and I are currently working to first and foremost verify some of the assets that were declared. It's not possible to verify all of them. So what we've done, we've gone into the listing and we are, randomly selecting asset declaration forms to go into verification on them. We will recommend the sections that are currently in the National Code of Conduct is for officials, public officials that are currently sitting. But under the LACC Act, we have been given the authority to also recommend to the legislature for the passage into law recommend sanctions that will affect exiting officials. We have already done that. We are also in the process of engaging the legislature to add those into law, because our act says that for us to enforce those sanctions, they must be enacted into law. Some of them include, we will ban you from partaking. We will recommend that they be banned from partaking in politics for a period of time. But this is an ongoing exercise, and eventually we will get there. But for now, this press conference will just, focus on our current exercise that just concluded. I'll take questions from you.
Yeah, so Madam Chairperson, my name is Frederick Tia, and I report for ELPC. You talked about those that did not comply with the LACC, but we didn't hear you mentioning some of the top names, some of those who didn't comply. Do you care to mention some of them?
Join the team, we will sit and compile the name. We said early next week we will publish, we will put it in newspaper, we will put it on our website, we will work with the media, radios, stations to publish these names. When the names come out, you will see the top names that have been compliant and non-compliant. So just give us next week.
So finally from my end, my name is Ezekiel Chipe, and I'm from the Labour News Agency. I follow your presentation, and I want to know, during the course of the process of this asset declaration, what are those challenges you went through along the way, and if you have to improve on some of those issues, what would it be?
So our major challenge, which was brought to our attention, is the issue of the physical declaration, especially for people who are in the rural areas. Public officials in the rural areas, how do they get to the LACC to publish, to come and declare? So we interacted with some of them. Some of the superintendents came in and they collected asset declaration forms for some of the staff, and we encouraged public officials who are in the rural areas to come to town, because some of them, when they were appointed, they had to do confirmation and they came in time for the confirmation, and they got confirmed, and they came in time to even pick up the appointment letter. So in as much as you can come to town to pick up the appointment letter and come for confirmation hearing, we encourage them to use the opportunity to come and declare their assets. But notwithstanding, the LACC is working with our partners. We have plans on the way to digitize the entire asset declaration process.
So, sorry, just a follow-up on
So that will be the last
Yeah,
question,
just a
and then
follow-up.
we will just.
So, as per your mandate, you require to, once public officials declare their assets, you require to verify. Several public officials, especially from the hierarchy of government, that include the speaker, the vice president, the president, have all declared they publish their access on the various social media, even though it's not banned. But based on what they have published, there have been some doubt about the issue of credibility within what they have published. And as per your regulation, you require to ensure that you verify this information. When do we expect that from the LACC in making sure that the public informed as to whether this information provided by this official are legitimate or there are some issues? Because there are portions under the law that require, if you falsely declare, action should be taken against you, whether president, vice president, or one of you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bill. Like I said, it is a process that is ongoing. We have identified names from the exiting officials. We are also concluding this process. We don't just want to act only on officials who have published their assets on social media. We want to conclude the process, then with the asset declaration forms that are in our hands, then we'll begin the process of verification. Verification is absolutely one of the things that LACC is going to do. Like I said, we know that it's not possible that we're going to verify all the assets, but we'll do that. You know, we'll do that random selection so that we can verify assets that have been submitted, asset declarations that have been submitted to us. So at this point, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you for the support to the LACC. And again, let me use the opportunity to say that if you are out there and you still have not declared, please come and declare your assets. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
So you have all sat and watched. That was the voice of LACC boss, Ms. Alexandra Komar, delivering on assets declaration. Thank you all and have a good day.